A still life is an artistic theme in which objects are captured artistically. Through the choice of objects, their arrangement, the selected artistic technique, and their personal style, the creator of the still life expresses their artistic intent. Still life, therefore, artistically portrays a grouping of ordinary or valuable man-made objects and objects from inanimate and living nature. The choice of artistic technique plays an important role, whether it's drawing, painting, or photography, for example. The artist's personal style, approach to creation, and depiction of subjects also have a strong influence. Historically, these were often shaped by the artistic tendencies, styles, and movements of the time. Still lifes have been present in art since ancient times, appearing on wall frescoes. In the Middle Ages, they nearly disappeared from painting and appeared mainly in book illumination. Later, still lifes began to reappear in European art as part of other scenes. As an independent genre, still life reached its peak in the 17th century in the Netherlands, executed with masterful painting technique, often achieving a hyper-realistic effect and containing hidden symbolism in objects, plants, and insects, reminding viewers of life's transience. With the invention of photographic equipment and techniques, still life began to appear in photography as well. The photographic imprint of reality also influenced painting. Some painters began creating more freely, no longer aiming for exact realistic depiction, but instead focusing on their own interpretation of what they saw. The collections of the Prague City Gallery include works that show us various artistic interpretations of still lifes. Common subjects include flowers, fruit, and different kinds of food, along with kitchenware and related items. However, we can also find still lifes with musical instruments or other thematically related objects. For many artists, still life isn't the main focus of their work, but rather a kind of exercise where they can test different techniques and principles. Can you match the correct technique to the image? As you can see, the choice of technique significantly affects the final appearance of the artwork, whether it is more drawing-based, using lines, hatching, or shading, or whether the main role is played by the use of color, or whether technology in the form of a camera comes into play. But even using the same technique and subject doesn't guarantee the same result. These three paintings show different artistic approaches. Which one do you think most closely imitates real flowers, and which one the least? The first painting captures the real appearance of flowers most faithfully, using color and shape modeling through light and shadow. The second artwork departs from realism, reducing the color range and working with flat, solid areas, yellow, orange, and blue, featuring fewer shades and strong contrast. The last work is even more simplified and thus more abstract. At first glance, one might even see something entirely different. Our experience of what flowers look like helps us to recognize them in the vase. In the paintings of Emil Filler, recognizing the objects can be more challenging. Still life became central to his work, where he explored objects through Cubist principles. But before artists begin their work, they all face the same questions. What to include in the still life? Why? How to group it? How to light it? Or they might choose a still life that already exists. This is called a found still life. Look around your home. Find an interesting still life that came together on its own. Don't touch anything, just take a photo. Consider whether it's better to shoot it in landscape or portrait format, close up or from a distance. And try to find the right angle. Create your own still life based on your imagination. Choose one of the following themes. A classic still life, which can be inspired by a work from the Prague City Gallery collection. A material still life, where the selection will be based on the material from which the object is made. A natural still life. A hobby or musical still life. Find 3 to 6 objects for the theme, or even more if you like. As you arrange your still life, you can draw inspiration from paintings in the collection. Place the objects next to each other and experiment with groupings. You'll discover many possible arrangements and compositions. You can use various kitchen utensils, food items, and even include drapery, a piece of fabric. Notice how different shapes, materials, and colors influence the overall look of the still life. Some may appear more traditional, others more modern. The setting and the addition of contrasting materials can enhance this effect. The background doesn't have to be plain. You can vary it in terms of color and texture. Use natural daylight by placing your still life near a window, or use artificial light such as a lamp. Light greatly influences how the still life feels. Arrange objects to suggest order, or create apparent chaos. It's also important how you photograph your still life. Try different options: portrait, landscape, various angles, take close-up shots, or capture it from a distance, including the surrounding environment. Still life can take many forms. So, what will your still life be?